presentation of low power architecture of image compression using DCT and IDCT. So the contents of my paper: abstract, image compression using DCT, simulation result, power analysis report, applications, conclusions and reference. So this stands for the abstract of my paper, presentation of the picture elements. It's a matrix of picture elements. It may be 8 x 8, 16 x 16 or 64 x 64. So coming to the needs of compression, you can see the various types of multimedia data, which the size according to that bit of pixel values, and with the uncompressed size. If it is transmitted in the uncompressed size, what will be the time taken for the transmission? So based on this table, we can say that the image compression is necessary for each and every data. You can see if a full motion video is need to be transmitted, then it takes 5 days and 8 hours, which is practically very sad to hear, because regarding our technology that we talk about 3G and 4G, it's all about speed. What we need in technology is about speed. So in order to increase the speed of transmission, we need image compression. So coming to the fundamentals of image compression, there are two components: redundancy, irrelevance reduction. So redundancy is the one where we reduce the signal source which are duplicated. That is, there may be some values which are duplicated values. That is removed in redundancy reduction. And irrelevancy reduction is the one we remove the signals which are not noticeable by the human visual system. That is removed in irrelevancy reduction. So this compression algorithm, if we consider compression, we have also should consider the reconstruction of the image. So this architecture involves compression and reconstruction both. So coming to the image compression and reconstruction, we have three types of redundancy: spatial, spectral and psychovisual. Spatial is the one where we reduce the neighboring pixel values. Spectral is the one where we reduce the colors. We can see that human eye cannot notice the same shades that may be a lighter or darker things. That thing is removed by spectral redundancy. Coming to psychovisual redundancy, you remove some properties which cannot be noticed by the receiver or the transmitter or the human visual system. So coming to the different classes of compression, the first one is lossless and lossy. The lossless is the one where the reconstructed image is similar to the original image in its numerical value. Whereas in lossy compression, there will be a degradation of the numerical values and will lose some data. Coming to predictive and transform coding, predictive coding is the one where some of the values which are already sent or already present are taken as a future values, and it will be taken as a coefficient or an example to analyze the future samples. And the difference between the present and the future is coded and transmitted. So differential pulse code modulation is an example for predictive coding. Coming to transform coding, which I have used in my project, it may be DWT, that is discrete wavelet transform, DCT, discrete cosine transform, or FFT, that is fast Fourier transforms. Here we actually will convert the spatial domain characteristics into frequency domain. Then those transformed values, which are called as coefficients, are transformed and received. So it is actually, when compared to the predictive coding, it is actually we can achieve a greater compression, but it also have great amount of coding or calculations. So image compression using DCT, the main DCT formula or whatever the mathematical representation of DCT is this. If we use DCT in this form, it requires 1024 multiplications and 896 additions. For a 2D DCT, only this is a 1D DCT. For 2D DCT, we should repeat twice the 1D DCT. So instead of this, we can implement it in Loeffler algorithm. It is a butterfly diagram of the Loeffler algorithm. We take an 8 x 8 input image, and it is given as x0 to x7. At the different stages, it has 4 stages where it is computed. At the end, we will get the output of the 1D DCT. It reduces the DCT computations to 11 multiplications and 29 additions. And this is a canonic sign digit representation. This was introduced by Avizens, and this actually, there are two rules in CSV. One thing is the number of consecutive bits are not non-zeros, and the second one is it will have minimum number of non-zeros. Especially canonic sign digit representation, we reduce the 8-bit or 16-bit data into only 3 or 2 bits. For example, it It can be represented as -1, 0 or 1, or it can be represented as +1, 0 or -1. So this reduces the number of multiplications. Then coming to CSC, these are the examples which are used in the Loeffler algorithm computations. So we use only 3 values of pi actually. One is 1, 3 and 6 pi. And the canonic signed digit representation of these binary values are given only in 3 bits. This will reduce the amount of power consumption, and it will also increase the device utilization. So this is common sub-expression elimination, which is used in combination with the CSD. Here we'll eliminate the all other elements, and we just use the sub-expressions to calculate the canonic signed digit representations. So by use of this is proposed architecture what I am using in my project. A 8x8 image is converted from unsigned to signed, and then it is performed the Loeffler algorithm, that is 1D DCT. Then that values are transposed and again given to the Loeffler algorithm, and the output is a 2D DCT. So I am implementing that code on an FPGA board. As you can see, that is Spartan 3 board. It mainly consists of the architecture, main family architecture is given on the other slide. It contains of the digital clock manager, IOBs, it is input output blocks, RAM. These are the simulation results of the DCT, that is 2D DCT and 1D DCT outputs. And this is the simulation results of IDCT outputs, that is reconstruction. And these are the device utilization summary, where I conclude that the power utilization has been reduced due to the use of canonic signed digit representation and common sub-expression elimination along with the Loeffler algorithm. So power area analysis report, it is used by Cadence, and this indicates the number of cells used, the area used and the power utilized. And these are the applications where we can use the compression, that is HD television, televideo conferencing, wireless broadband, that is IEEE 802.16, 4G technology, space and weather forecasting, and documentation and medical imaging. So this is the conclusion. It indicates that using of the Loeffler algorithm, CSC and CST has reduced the amount of power utilized for the DCT, and it also increases quality of transmission, and also specially suited for the device utilization, that is reusability of the device. These are the main references of my project.